Roads have been repaired, jobs created and educational institutions modernized. The Ukrainian regions are becoming stronger and more independent. The decentralization reform continues in Ukraine. Officials say that it will improve the quality of Ukrainians' everyday life, especially in small towns and villages, because from now on they'll be able to solve all local problems themselves, since most importantly, the reform foresees the provision of local communities with their own financial resources.
Наша проблема в державі полягає в інституційній слабкості.
The problem of our state is the weakness of the institution. Moreover, the incorrect management system as a whole is deepening this institutional weakness.
І тому одна із головних ідей, носієм якої я є, можливо, я є заручником свого досвіду.
I have been a city mayor for 8 years, so one of my main ideas is that effective local governance is the foundation of any developed democratic country.
Будь-якої демократичної, розвинутої держави.
This is Kalita village near Kiev, where locals know firsthand what decentralization is like. The Kalita United Local Community has been one of the first to appear in Ukraine. Now it includes 6 settlements. The total number of residents in the community is 10,500. Oleksiy Kristinshenko, the head of the community, says that there were numerous problems in the unification, but he says it has solved many issues and has yielded results. Today, lighting has been installed in the villages of Mokrets and Zavoritshy. Asphalt is being laid in Mokrets. In Semipolki, roads have been asphalted, patching works have been made, and a gym has been built. Each school in every settlement has received educational government grants. So this is how it all works. Now united communities have direct inter-budgetary relations with Kiev, so they are financially independent from the region, as it was before. Communities receive funds from the state budget directly to their accounts. Finances are distributed by local MPs in proportion to the population. So, for example, there are 26 local deputies in Kalita who represent each village within the community. They decide at sessions where to direct the funds. In addition, communities will have the opportunity to choose the banks that will serve them. So if we compare budgets of villages in perspective, that would have been about 5.3 million. Today, the local budget of the unified community is 12 million, but due to over-fulfillment of the plan, we got another 2 million, so 14 million in total. Another significant advantage of the decentralization reform is the right to manage all the common land. Previously, that was the responsibility of officials in regional administrations. The land tax for the land within the settlement goes to our community. There is a question of passing the law to tax the land outside the settlement and direct the money to the local budget. Initially, the residents were reluctant to support the decentralization process and join the community. But not everyone understood what it meant for them. Moreover, people were afraid that small villages could remain without funding at all. All funds will go to the cities and regional centres, they thought. And there were almost no critics of decentralization left, at least in Kalita. I'm a resident of Kalita. I grew up here. There has never been an asphalt road in this village. The time came when our community united. We started living like Europeans. The world experience shows that community problems can be effectively solved locally. According to experts, the state cannot solve every problem in every city, village, street or yard. Because of that, European countries implemented self-government reforms in the 90s. As a result of the changes, the state management has become more effective, bureaucracy has been reduced, and citizens have become more able to influence politicians. Between 2015 and 2016, much more public work, road maintenance and infrastructure construction was done than previous years. As a result of amendments to the budget and tax code, much more money remains in the budgets of all major cities. The government approved the concept of reform in early April 2014. Amendment proposals to the Ukrainian constitution on decentralisation have been prepared and submitted to the parliament. Experts say that it is hardly possible to quickly change a system in the country which has been formed over decades, but it is possible to lay the foundations for such changes. But if we look objectively, we don't lack the law. We lack the political will of our parliament, government and president to admit that this reform takes some power from them and gives it to the settlements. But this reform will make Ukraine a completely independent state. The advantages of the decentralisation reform for united communities are obvious, since the changes that will affect all aspects of daily life for Ukrainians. All sorts of permits and certificates could soon be issued within the community, including ones related to inheritance. In addition, communities will be able to attract investments and participate in various projects and grants, and decide what people need without waiting for permission from Kyiv.